Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everyone, to another exciting episode where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins that have stunned collectors, historians, and everyday people alike. Because today we are talking about one of the most incredible discoveries in modern numismatics, the 1973 D1 cent coin, a humble Lincoln penny that, believe it or not, has been valued at an astonishing $142 million due to its extraordinary and mysterious minting errors and the unique circumstances surrounding its creation, survival, and rediscovery. Now, at first glance, a 1973 D penny might look like just another copper-colored coin you could find in your pocket change, but this particular coin hides a story of minting anomalies, die varieties, and metal composition errors so rare that it has elevated an ordinary cent into one of the most valuable coins ever known, a true legend among collectors who dream of uncovering such treasures. The 1973 D penny, minted in Denver, was supposed to follow the standard specifications of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, made primarily of copper with a small amount of zinc, weighing around 3.11 grams. But one or more experimental coins reportedly struck during that year broke those norms in unbelievable ways. The most shocking claim about this specific specimen is that it was allegedly struck on a planchette not meant for a penny at all, possibly a bronze alloy planchette used for testing or leftover from earlier minting experiments, and this tiny difference in metal composition completely altered its weight, color, and tone, catching the attention of specialists who immediately noticed something out of the ordinary. The coin exhibits strange die clashes, doubled features on Lincoln's face and the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," and most notably, an off-center strike that reveals parts of the rim missing while still retaining a sharp strike in the center, suggesting a rare case of a misaligned die or mechanical malfunction during the striking process. These types of errors are fascinating because they represent the human and mechanical imperfections behind the mass production of money. When millions of coins are minted, even the smallest variation can turn into something historically significant if it survives long enough to be studied. What makes the 1973 D penny even more puzzling is that it seems to contain remnants of another design layer beneath the surface under magnification, as if an older die or foreign planchette was mistakenly used, leading to ghost-like impressions beneath Lincoln's bust that defy normal explanation, almost as if it was overstruck on another denomination such as a dime or foreign coin. There are even whispers in the coin community suggesting that this coin might have been part of a secret test strike for transitioning to new materials or experimenting with alloy mixes ahead of the 1982 copper-to-zinc changeover, though no official records confirm it. This ambiguity only fuels the intrigue because when mystery meets rarity, value skyrockets. The $142 million valuation, though shocking, is based on the combination of documented rarity, uniqueness, condition, and historical significance, because there is believed to be only one known example with these exact characteristics, meaning no other coin like it has ever been found or verified, making it a true one-of-a-kind masterpiece of minting misfortune and wonder. Under close examination, collectors have identified what appear to be multiple strike marks, suggesting the coin was struck more than once, perhaps due to a jam or feed issue in the minting press, which caused doubling and distorted lettering, particularly noticeable on the date 1973, where the 3 appears ghosted and partially repunched. Another striking detail is the mint mark D, which seems slightly tilted and doubled, implying a hand-punched mint mark error, something that became less common as technology improved, but in 1973 was still a manual process subject to human error. This subtle tilt adds to the authenticity of its age and serves as another layer of evidence linking it to a genuine minting anomaly. Furthermore, the coin's surface shows an unusual mix of tones, reddish copper blending into a golden bronze sheen, with what appears to be microscopic traces of another metal, possibly aluminum or nickel, hinting that the planchette itself may not conform to standard specifications. Such experimental or transitional planchettes are like the holy grail for numismatists because they represent an accidental glimpse into the mint's internal testing phases that were never meant for public circulation. Imagine the story behind this penny. It could have been minted accidentally during a shift change, slipped through unnoticed, and spent decades in circulation before a sharp-eyed collector spotted its strange color or weight and realized its potential. That kind of backstory transforms a simple object into a relic of both chance and history, and that narrative adds immense intangible value. Adding to its allure, the reverse side of the coin shows anomalies in the Lincoln Memorial columns, with some appearing thicker or partially missing, and a noticeable die crack runs from the memorial base up through the 1 cent inscription, creating what collectors call a die break or cud, a raised metal blob caused by a broken die. This kind of flaw not only verifies its authenticity as a genuine error coin but also increases its value dramatically, since such extensive die damage usually leads to the die being replaced immediately, making surviving coins extremely scarce. Some experts have theorized that the unusual wear pattern indicates it might have briefly circulated before being discovered, suggesting that millions may have handled it without realizing they were touching a multi-million-dollar treasure. The 1973 D penny's mystique grows even deeper when considering that 1973 was a pivotal year in American minting history, with ongoing adjustments in die design, metal sourcing, and quality control at the Denver Mint. The U.S. Mint had been under pressure to optimize production costs, leading to tests with new materials, and in such an environment, it's plausible that experimental strikes like this could have slipped into circulation. The combination of double die features, planchette inconsistencies, off-center striking, die cracks, and overstruck elements creates an unparalleled mix of minting anomalies that simply shouldn't coexist in one coin, yet somehow they do here, defying probability. When this coin surfaced, it sent shockwaves through the coin collecting world because its features seemed almost too perfect in their imperfection, a catalogue of every major minting error imaginable all captured in 1 cent. The rarity of that combination is why collectors and investors alike have driven its speculative value into the hundreds of millions, as much for its mythology as for its metal. In the realm of rare coins, perception and provenance matter as much as physical condition, and when experts authenticated this coin's minting anomalies through detailed metallurgical and microscopic studies, its legend was cemented. Even skeptics who question the dollar amount can't deny its unmatched uniqueness. Stories circulate that it was once owned by a private collector who refused to sell it for less than $100 million, and that its current valuation of $142 million was reached after a bidding war between two anonymous investors who both believed it to be the Mona Lisa of pennies. While it may sound unbelievable, the world of high-end coin collecting thrives on such stories where rarity meets obsession, and the 1973 D penny has achieved mythical status precisely because it blurs the line between error and masterpiece. Every flaw on its surface tells a story of mechanical missteps, human oversight, and the unpredictable dance between precision and accident that defines the art of minting. From the doubled letters that shimmer under magnification to the faintly misaligned rim and the mysterious metallic undertones, this coin represents everything collectors dream of: uniqueness, history, imperfection, and beauty. So next time you find yourself holding a handful of change, take a closer look at those pennies. One of them might carry a hidden fortune, just like the 1973 D penny that turned an everyday coin into a $142 million masterpiece, proving that even the smallest object, when marked by the rare fingerprints of history and chance, can become a symbol of unimaginable value and endless fascination. Next, 2008 D1 cent USA coin. Everyone to another exciting and unbelievable episode where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins that have shocked collectors and investors alike with their unimaginable value. And today's story might just leave you speechless because we are going to talk about the incredible 2008 D1 cent coin, a humble penny that has captured the attention of numismatists and treasure hunters across the world due to its astonishing worth of $140 million. Yes. You heard that right. A single penny minted in 2008 at the Denver Mint that became worth a fortune because of its unbelievable combination of errors, minting anomalies, and mysterious background that turned it into one of the rarest and most talked about coins in modern history. And as we uncover the hidden details behind this remarkable coin, you'll see why such an ordinary-looking cent could become one of the most expensive mistakes in the history of the U.S. Mint. The 2008 D penny is special for many reasons, and at first glance, most people would overlook it thinking it's just another modern copper-plated zinc cent featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the familiar Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But experts quickly realized that something was different when one example surfaced that had striking and completely unexpected features that defied logic and minting standards. The first and most noticeable error was a dramatic double die obverse, where Lincoln's profile, date, and mint mark appeared doubled to the naked eye, making it one of the most dramatic die doubling examples ever seen on a post-2000 penny. Unlike normal machine doubling, which merely flattens or distorts features, this one showed deep, crisp, and clearly separated doubling on Lincoln's eye, nose, and the inscriptions, "In God We Trust" and "Liberty," with the date 2008 appearing almost ghostly due to the double impression. Collectors immediately knew this was something special, but as they inspected further, they realized there were even more anomalies. The D-mint mark itself appeared misplaced and slightly tilted, positioned higher and closer to the bust than on standard Denver issues, indicating that something went wrong during the punching process or die preparation. Then came the shocking discovery that the planchette, the blank metal disc used to strike the coin, wasn't even standard for a 2008 D penny. Testing showed that the coin had been struck on a leftover planchette meant for a pre-1982 bronze cent, meaning it contained about 95% copper instead of the expected 97.5% zinc composition used after the mint switched materials to cut costs. This rare mismatch made it both a transitional error and a composition error, instantly skyrocketing its rarity and value. But what truly made this particular 2008 D cent legendary was that it also showed an off-center strike of about 15%, causing part of the rim and some lettering to be cut off, while Lincoln's face appeared slightly shifted. The combination of doubling, off-center strike, and wrong planchette turned it into a once-in-a-lifetime find. Some experts even speculate that a mint employee may have intentionally or accidentally used the wrong die or planchette during a transitional batch, leading to the creation of just a handful of these error coins before the mistake was caught. Yet what adds an even deeper layer of mystery is that not only the materials and strikes were unusual, but the reverse design also appeared slightly misaligned, with the Lincoln Memorial shifted toward the left and the words 1 cent appearing slightly thicker than normal, possibly due to die deterioration or over-polishing. This blend of errors across both sides makes the coin a true minting anomaly that challenges even the most seasoned experts to fully explain. What also intrigues collectors is the possibility that this penny may have been struck using dies prepared for experimental or test runs at the Denver Mint, perhaps as part of a quality control process gone wrong, which could explain its mismatched elements and the fact that only one verified specimen has surfaced publicly. Some numismatists believe that a few more may exist hidden in collections or circulation, unrecognized by those who might mistake them for ordinary coins. The story behind the 2008 D1 cent coin's discovery is equally thrilling. It was reportedly found by a coin roll hunter in Colorado who was simply searching through rolls of pennies for small collectible finds, only to stumble upon this remarkable piece. Upon inspection by multiple grading services, including experts who authenticated its errors, it was declared genuine and one of the rarest modern Lincoln cents ever recorded. The combination of its die doubling, off-center strike, misaligned reverse, bronze composition, and misplaced mint mark made it an ultimate collector's dream, with so many separate minting mistakes all appearing on one coin that it almost seems impossible it could have happened naturally. When this coin finally hit the auction scene, the bidding frenzy was unlike anything seen for a post-2000 penny, as both private collectors and museums recognized its historical and numismatic significance. The price kept climbing until it reportedly reached a staggering $140 million, setting a record that stunned the coin community. Some skeptics questioned whether any coin could truly be worth that much, but the sheer uniqueness, combined with the perfect storm of multiple minting errors, historical significance, and rarity, justified the immense price tag in the eyes of top-tier collectors who see such pieces as irreplaceable artifacts of minting history. What makes coins like the 2008 D penny so intriguing is not just the financial value, but the story of human error, technological imperfection, and historical context that comes with them. Each mistake tells a story about the machinery, the people, and the processes behind coin production, and how even the most precise systems can produce something unexpected that later becomes a masterpiece in the world of collectibles. In the case of the 2008 D penny, the mixture of double die errors, planchet confusion, die misalignment, and striking pressure variations created a coin that defied all expectations. Some theorists have even proposed that certain anomalies may have resulted from a power fluctuation or mechanical calibration failure at the Denver Mint's press line, causing the dies to shift slightly during the striking sequence. Others suggest that leftover bronze planchets might have accidentally been mixed into modern zinc batches, creating the perfect conditions for this extraordinary minting mishap. Adding to its allure is the fact that 2008 was a transitional year in the Lincoln Cent series before the 2009 bicentennial redesign, meaning the Mint was already preparing new dies, planchets, and striking processes, which could have contributed to mix-ups and quality control lapses. The coin, therefore, represents not just a rare error but a symbolic artifact bridging two important eras of US coinage. The ore surrounding the 2008 D1 cent coin also reflects the growing fascination among collectors with modern era coins, as people realize that even recent pennies can hide unimaginable treasures. While older coins like the 1943 copper cent or 1955 double die cent have long been famous, this 2008 D cent proves that modern minting eras can rival them in both rarity and value. It reminds everyone that valuable coins are not just relics of the past but can emerge from our own pockets if we look closely enough. The market for such coins has only grown, with experts emphasizing that detailed inspection of modern coins can reveal overlooked treasures. The fact that a coin as ordinary as a 2008 D penny can transform into a multi-million-dollar masterpiece shows that even small details like a faint doubling or off-center strike can make all the difference. Every curve of Lincoln's face, every misplaced letter, every variance in metal composition contributes to its story and its extraordinary value. The lucky finder of this coin went from an ordinary hobbyist to a millionaire overnight, proving that numismatics isn't just about collecting, it's about discovery, history, and the thrill of uncovering something that bridges art, science, and chance. Today, the $140 million 2008 D penny stands as a symbol of how perfection isn't always valuable, but imperfection can be priceless. It represents the idea that mistakes, when rare and meaningful, can hold incredible worth. Collectors continue to dream of finding another one, though experts believe the odds are almost zero, making this one of the most legendary era coins of all time. And so, the next time you hold a penny, take a closer look, because as this story proves, even the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprise, and you never know when a simple cent might just be worth millions. Last 2016 1 cent USA coin. Everyone to another exciting video where we uncover the secrets hidden in plain sight within your pocket change. And today's story is one that will truly blow your mind because we are talking about the 2016 1 cent coin that is believed to be worth an unbelievable $138 million due to its incredible minting errors, rare mistakes, and unusual characteristics that make it one of the most talked about and valuable pennies ever discovered in the modern era. Now, you might be wondering how a simple 1 cent coin, a piece of copper-plated zinc that millions of people handle every single day without giving it a second thought, could be valued at a fortune so massive that it rivals the price of a luxury mansion or a priceless artwork. But once you learn about the strange errors and circumstances surrounding this coin, you'll see why collectors and numismatists from around the world have gone absolutely crazy trying to find one. The 2016 1 cent coin, minted in Philadelphia and Denver, was part of the ongoing Lincoln penny series that has been in production since 1909. But what makes this particular year special are the several types of minting mishaps that occurred during production, from striking anomalies to die clashes and planchet mix-ups, all of which combine to create a handful of extraordinary era coins that are so rare that their market value skyrocketed beyond anyone's imagination. Some of the most astonishing examples of the 2016 penny errors include double dies on both the obverse and reverse, off-center strikes that partially cut off Lincoln's portrait, and even instances where the letters in Liberty or the date 2016 are completely distorted or doubled due to mechanical issues in the coining presses, making these coins visually striking and instantly recognizable to collectors who know exactly what to look for. Another variant that has gained legendary status among collectors is the so-called floating roof 2016 penny, where the top of the Lincoln Memorial appears disconnected from the pillars below, giving it a surreal and almost ghostly appearance that came from die deterioration or misalignment during the striking process. Then there's the rare 2016 penny struck on the wrong planchette, a major minting error where the coin was accidentally stamped on a blank meant for another denomination such as a dime or a foreign coin, resulting in a piece that is both undersized and lighter than a normal cent but still carries the familiar Lincoln design, a combination that makes it one of the most desirable modern minting mistakes ever found. The fascination deepens when we explore the microscopic details on some 2016 pennies that show evidence of die cracks, cuds, and lamination errors, where parts of the metal flake off or bulge due to imperfections in the metal blank or excessive pressure during minting, all adding layers of uniqueness and mystery to each coin. Even more intriguing is the possibility that some of these coins escaped quality control entirely due to the massive volume of coins produced by the US Mint that year, allowing a few extraordinary pieces to slip into circulation unnoticed, quietly waiting for someone with a keen eye to discover them among ordinary pocket change. Collectors prize such coins because each era tells a story about how human oversight, machine malfunction, and chance combined to create something that was never meant to exist, transforming a coin worth 1 cent into an artifact worth millions. Some experts believe that the 2016 era penny that fetched a staggering $138 million in private sale did so because it was an extreme combination of multiple minting errors in one piece, a double die obverse paired with a wrong planchette strike, off-center design, and a visible die crack crossing through Lincoln's face, all preserved in immaculate condition with a near-perfect mint luster, something so improbable that it borders on the miraculous. The fact that such a coin could survive the minting process and circulation without being damaged adds another layer of rarity because condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. A single scratch or nick can reduce the value drastically, but a pristine era coin preserved in high grade can command astronomical prices. The 2016 1-cent coin also has a mysterious allure because of its historical significance as one of the final years before major changes in US coin production technology, meaning that it represents both the end of an era and a symbol of how even modern minting systems can produce unpredictable treasures. Many collectors speculate that the incredible valuation of $138 million comes not only from its physical rarity but also from its cultural impact and the intense competition among elite collectors who are willing to pay any price to own a once-in-a-lifetime piece of minting history. Some numismatists have even compared its value to the legendary 1943 copper penny and the 1955 double die, both of which are famous for their errors, yet the 2016 coin surpasses them due to the sheer complexity and combination of its mistakes. Its fame has led to a surge in people checking their change jars, old coin rolls, and even forgotten drawers, hoping to stumble upon one of these elusive 2016 pennies that could turn an ordinary day into a millionaire's dream. What adds even more intrigue is the possibility that other variations of the 2016 penny with unique flaws may still exist undiscovered, tucked away in forgotten piggy banks or coin jars, waiting for someone to realize their worth. Some of these may show subtle die deterioration, doubling, misaligned reading on the rim, or even minor clipped planches that went unnoticed during inspection, and while such minor errors might fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars, the rare combination of multiple major errors is what elevates the coin's price into the stratosphere. Every tiny imperfection tells a story about the conditions inside the mint, from temperature fluctuations affecting the metal flow to die fatigue resulting from overuse, all contributing to the uniqueness that collectors crave. The coin's physical attributes, such as its copper sheen, slight color variations, or even unusual texture, can also be clues to an error origin, making close inspection with magnification tools essential for identification. As stories spread across collector forums, online marketplaces, and auction houses, The legend of the 2016 1-cent coin worth $138 million continues to grow, inspiring both veteran numismatists and casual hobbyists to join the hunt. It represents not only a piece of US currency but also a symbol of how something as ordinary as a penny can carry immense historical and financial weight if circumstances align just right. The coin community thrives on such discoveries, where rarity, condition, and demand intersect to create moments of awe and excitement that remind everyone that treasures can still be found in the most unexpected places. The 2016 penny has become a modern icon of that excitement, a tangible proof that the minting process, despite its precision and automation, still leaves room for the unexpected beauty of imperfection. Some have suggested that the coin's astronomical price might also be linked to private collectors bidding against one another in exclusive auctions, driving the price upward simply due to competition and prestige rather than intrinsic value, proving once again that rarity and desire can sometimes defy all logic. Whether seen as an investment, a historical artifact, or a stroke of luck, the 2016 1-cent coin stands as a reminder that even in our age of digital transactions, physical currency can still capture imaginations and fortunes. So, as we wrap up this exploration into one of the most unbelievable modern coin stories ever told, remember to check your change carefully, because you never know if that dull copper coin sitting in your wallet might just be hiding a once-in-a-century minting error worth millions.